Your external reality reflects your internal reality. So if your internal reality revolves around the fear of money, not having it, worrying about it, being overly frugal, that's coming from a place of lack or scarcity. We have to detach from the outcome of our desire. Now, it might seem near on impossible to do that when so much often rides on your income or your business or wherever you feel your income stream is coming from, but it is the very energy of desperation that is causing resistance. Welcome back to Reconditioned. If you are new here, welcome. I am Lauren Vaknine. I'm here to offer you a hub, a one-stop shop for all things wellness and inner growth. And if you are a seasoned Reconditioned listener, welcome back. You know how much I appreciate you. So something I was going to keep quiet for a while, but decided I'm too excited and I want to share it, is that I am about to release a course called the Female Entrepreneur Academy. So I toyed with calling it Recondition Your Business, but I didn't like that, even though it's on brand. And originally, when I first started crafting this ages ago, I was going to call it the Fempreneur Mentorship Program. But Fempreneur kind of reminded me of Femfresh. If you know, you know. If you don't, use your imagination. So that didn't work. So I thought, okay, who is this for? It is for small business owners who happen to be female, whether or not you relate to the term entrepreneur. Because if you run or are starting a small business, that is exactly what you are. And it is an academy, just like the Recondition Your Life Academy, because I'm going to literally be teaching you step by step how to run every aspect of your business so that you can increase cash flow and bring in more clients. Now, the part that I'm most excited about is that even though you will be getting all the practical stuff like the templates and the how-tos and time management and systems and processes and marketing and all that fun stuff, and like marketing, especially in 2023, because people who tell me they studied marketing in university in like 2002, like they understand marketing, it's another world, babes, another world completely. So anyway, so that stuff may well excite you. It is exciting, but more exciting than that, I'm going to be teaching you about the energetics of money and how to use your business as the tool through which to be a vessel for financial abundance, as well as helping you break down any limiting beliefs and shadow you have around money and all that great stuff, any blocks you might have that stop you from becoming visible or wanting to be visible. So this opens for enrollment at an extremely low introductory price. But before it opens, I'm going to be running a free training called The Abundant Entrepreneur that will teach female business owners how to attract more wealth into their business. It is going to be magic, ladies. It is going to be filled with women from around the world running small businesses who want to learn how to attract more money and better quality clients into their business and into their energetic field. So if you want to join us on that, I'm running two. They'll be on Wednesday the 5th of July at 7:30 p.m. and Thursday 6th of July at 12:30 p.m. both UK times. And I'm doing these times, different times, to allow for people with different schedules and on different time zones. Again, it's free. Both of them are free. The link for this is in the show notes. Just choose which date you want and register and make sure to add it to your calendar. Or you can just go to laurenvaknine.co.uk/abundant. And of course, you're welcome to join both if you're like me and you know that you're going to want to take loads of notes and want to really absorb all the amazing information. So honestly, do that now. Go to the show notes, get the link, register and join me there on Wednesday the 5th or Thursday the 6th of July to learn all about how to attract more money into your business. Something that has always been a bit of a challenge for me, and I know it is to most people I speak to, is fitting in the time for all the spiritual and self-development practices I want to do. You know, I'd like to meditate and do breath work and yoga and walk in nature and connect with my guides and journaling and so much more, all the things every day. But we can't do all the things every day. I'm a mum, I run a business, and even as someone who really does put this stuff first, it's pretty impossible to fit it all in. So the one thing that's really helped me over the past year is the SENSATE. It is a piece of health tech that fits in the palm of your hand, and it basically sends infrasonic waves through the chest to activate the vagus nerve and calm the autonomic nervous system. And you use it while playing the specially composed audio within the app. It's actually pretty genius. And honestly, at the moment, with my days being more full on than they've ever been, using the Sensate is really the one thing that I know will work on so many aspects of my well-being at once. So even if I haven't had time to do any other practices during the day, I lie down at night and I use the Sensate for 10 to 20 minutes before I sleep. And it reduces cortisol levels, it calms my brainwave states, it gives me great optimized sleep, it calms anxiety, and because of how it activates the vagus nerve, it deepens my meditation. So I can kind of do all that in one go. And I also take it everywhere with me. So if I've got 10 minutes in the car while I'm waiting for the school gates to open, I can just do it then without the pressure of knowing that meditation would be a bit challenging when I'm probably in heightened brainwave states at that point. So for me, generally, it's been pretty life-changing. And if what I spoke about resonates with you at all, you can get £30 off the Sensate by visiting getsensate.com and using code Lauren30. That's GETSENSATE.com, Lauren30. Thank you so much to Sensate for supporting our mission here at Reconditioned. So, of course, as it's so apt, I thought that I would talk about the energetics of money today. So, you know, I talk about this all the time. Money is energy. Everything is energy. Everything. Money is energy. And energy is infinite. So if energy is infinite, then money must be infinite too. It just has to find a way to flow into your hands. And this happens when the right energy is in place to allow that flow and that exchange of energy to happen. Your external reality reflects your internal reality. So if your internal reality revolves around the fear of money, not having it, worrying about it, being overly frugal, that's coming from a place of lack or scarcity. Fear of not having money is another way of us saying, I don't have enough money. And the universe knows what you know. And everything in your life will come down to identity. So if you operate from the identity of broke, of I don't have enough money, the universe will mirror that to you. It's sending you what you want because quantum physics shows us that we are an energetic match for anything that is resonant with our own vibrational frequency. So if you're operating from a low vibrational frequency when it comes to wealth, focusing on the lack, the fear, the laws of quantum physics tell us that you are then an energetic match for more lack, more scarcity. Whereas when you're operating from a high vibrational frequency, when it comes to money and wealth, you begin to become a magnet for money. And I also want to take a moment to really kind of address this word universe for a moment, which a lot of people are opposed to, and it seems a bit woo-woo and, you know, I don't know, all this, like, actually, I hate the word woo-woo because it's just such a negative connotation against something positive, like how the word witch became negative when actually the witches, the hags, the crones were the medicine women, having deep connection with the earth and their intuition to be able to discern which plants were placed here to heal which ailments. Now, when you say witch, you probably think of a pointy hat and a big nose and a warty face and a broomstick. And that's propaganda for you. And woo-woo is just like that. Like, I hate justifying when people try, or when people try to justify, oh, not to get too woo-woo or anything. But why? You mean not to get too spiritual? Are we not all spirits residing in a human body? If so, then everything is spiritual. If that's not your belief and you think we die and our bodies go into the ground or get burnt and that's the end of us, then I'm afraid, my friend, this podcast might not be the one for you. Because everything I do with health, with inner growth, all of it, it's all steeped in spirituality and spiritual teachings and guidance. But assuming you're here because you know that we can't possibly explain the wonders of the universe without believing in a divine energy, then you will understand what I mean when I say the word universe. I feel like I'm actually okay with the word God now. I never used to be, being brought up Jewish, and you know, I love my culture, but any organized religion for me just instills fear. Anyway, the point of all this is that the word God was really hard for me for a while, but now I'm actually happier to use it than universe. And all of this was just to preface what I mean when I say universe, right? The divine force of energy that is the creator of all. That force you learn when you start going deep into spiritual learnings and even reading books like Conversations with God or Outwitting the Devil. That force is your own energy. So whichever word resonates with you is fine, but at the end of the day, it's just a word to describe something indescribable. Now, the challenge we come up against when we're speaking about money and wealth and vibration is people saying, okay, I believe that, I know that I have to change my belief system around money and raise my vibration, but how do I do that? This is when neuroplasticity and manifestation combine. We have to rewire those thought processes, those patterns that have become habitual as a result of conditioning. That's why I have a whole module dedicated to neuroplasticity on the Recondition Your Life Academy. And when my Academy members go through this module and then follow it with the manifestation module, they start seeing shifts. It's a bit of a misconception that you have to have healed everything and be completely healed and in a place of complete deservingness to manifest. I'm not sure that any of us ever reach full self-love and deservingness, but we have to be there enough for the universe to see that we believe we do deserve it. Because only then are we energetically resonant with wealth. The advice I get asked for probably more than anything else is supplements. Where do I get my high quality supplements? I am so particular about my supplements and I research every single ingredient right down to what the capsule shell is made of, which is why my clients trust my recommendations so much. Now, because I'm super picky, I get all my supplements from AMRITA Nutrition, and I found them about a decade ago because they were the only UK stockist to stock Seeking Health products, which were developed specifically for MTHFR. And I've stayed with them ever since because they literally stock the absolute highest quality brands from all over the world, like Moss Nutrition, Quicksilver, Apex, and so many others that I love. And I know that anything I get from them is going to be the utmost highest quality. They also offer personal support at every stage from their customer care team and in-house nutritional practitioners. So you can order using practitioner invite code Lauren, which will get you 10% off all supplements, which will be applied to every order once you've set up an account. And you can also create your own protocols once you've set up an account, which is pretty cool. And I've gone ahead and created a collection of all my favorite supplements with AMRITA, which you can find in the show notes or on my website. Otherwise, just visit amritanutrition.co.uk and don't forget to use code Lauren for 10% off. Thank you so much to AMRITA for supporting our mission here at Reconditioned. As Neil Donald Walsh says in Conversations with God, there is only one reason to do anything, a statement to the universe of who you are. So the changes in your energy and your vibrational frequency come when you shift your identity. And we do that by starting to have conscious awareness around the small everyday decisions we make. It is not about the huge overriding life decisions. It's looking at the way we live our life in every way and having awareness around how we're going to make that decision. So what food am I going to choose to eat today? How am I going to reply when someone speaks to me? How am I going to treat my partner, my kids, my colleagues? How am I choosing to feel about the challenging situation in my life? What am I prioritizing today? And then get even more granular than that. You have to choose everything you do, and I mean everything, from the identity of the wealthy person, which shifts you from victim consciousness to abundance consciousness. And when you're truly operating from abundance consciousness, you become a magnet for abundance. That starts with self-inquiry. Self-inquiry leads to self-awareness, and self-awareness eventually, if you keep it up, leads to self-mastery. And that is when the habits and therefore the outcomes change. So the next part of understanding manifestation when it comes to anything, but especially money, is that we have to detach from the outcome of our desire. Now, it might seem near on impossible to do that when so much often rides on your income or your business or wherever you feel your income stream is coming from, but it is the very energy of desperation that is causing resistance. What we resist persists. So we set the intention for our goal, we hold that vision, be clear on the vision and the intention, but then surrender it out into the quantum field and trust that if you are doing your part when it comes to energy, to your energy, it will come back to you. Because so much of what we've been taught about manifestation over the past few decades was about setting an intention, writing a list, creating a vision board, and then, going about your day. That doesn't work, right? I tried it. It doesn't work because your vision or your intention has to align with your action. So you have to have aligned action around your vision. I mean, to go with an extreme example, it's like saying, I need to go to Spain, but I'm just going to trust that, I'm just going to trust in the universe that I'll get there. But meanwhile, I haven't booked a flight and I have no intention of stepping foot in an airport. You have to make it a bit easier for the universe to do its job. And none of any of what I've just mentioned is possible if we're operating from a place of fear. In reality, there are only two emotions, and they are love and fear. Everything comes under the umbrella of those two emotions. And if you're operating from fear of not having enough money, money cannot make its way to you. You attract what you fear. So thoughts rooted in fear will equal situations and outcomes resonant with that. So if you're scared of what might not happen if you don't reach your financial goal because you're so attached to that outcome, you're going to attract more of not reaching your financial goal because energetically, you're simply not in resonance with it. Now, of course I get that we have responsibilities when it comes to money, but we have to see this as the work to shift that. If we always do what we've always done, we'll always get what we always got. And what you want now is not what you've always had. You want more. You can still work hard, but without the fear and scarcity behind it. No one's saying stop working and money will flow endlessly into your life. We've spoken about the aligned action with intention. This is about shifting the mindset around the fear of not having enough and around the deservingness of having more. When you have more money, you can help more people. Money makes life so convenient, so why wouldn't you be deserving of that? I spoke about the two emotions of love and fear there. So the idea is that all thoughts and feelings and actions rooted in love, which is the emotion with the highest vibrational frequency imaginable, they result in you being more resonant with high vibrational frequency situations and people for that matter. Love has to override it all. And gratitude and compassion come within that. Abundance comes when we are already abundant, which is why you always hear the term money goes to money, right? So kids that are raised in wealthy families often make successes of their own lives. Wealthy people attract wealthy partners and stuff like that. Because money goes to money. Because if you feel abundant, you become abundant. So how do you do that if you haven't always been wealthy? You act as the abundant person would act. And you do that by giving gratitude for every single iota of abundance in your life. You have a body that works, or even parts of your body that work. That is abundance. Take it from someone who had many parts of her body that didn't work. You have a safe, warm place to lay your head at night. That is abundance. You have food on the table and food to feed your children. That's abundance. You have love in your life. That is abundance. People have even less than those basic things, and even they can find something to be grateful for. When you're grateful, you're showing you are abundant. Think of it like this. Emotion is energy in motion. Energy flows where attention goes. And if money is energy, it will flow to where the attention is. If your attention is on the abundance of it, babes, you're going to be sending me a message in 6 months saying, thanks, I'm abundant now. Now, if you are in business, and I'll be speaking about women becoming abundant in business specifically in depth in next week's episode, so do hold out for that. But just to go to that for a minute, sales is a soul contract. You can provide a person with something of value, and in exchange for that, they give you money. When you can see it as clear cut and pragmatically as that, you understand, of course, you deserve the money. And of course, it will continue to flow. Gratitude, love, abundance mindset, identity of the abundant person, and that is how you magnetize money into your life. Okay, so hopefully that's enough of a taster for you of how your energy determines your level of wealth. And as I said, if you want to go deeper into this, and why wouldn't you, come and join me on the free training that I'm offering on the 5th and 6th of July called The Abundant Entrepreneur. You don't even have to be an entrepreneur to do it, just come along. Doesn't matter whether you consider yourself an entrepreneur or not, you're still going to learn how to call more wealth into your life. It is free, you'll be able to take notes and be engaged in the content. So do yourself this favor, make sure you register by going to the show notes and clicking the link there, or just going to laurenvakneen.co.uk/abundant. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for being here. If you've enjoyed this episode, as usual, please consider sharing it with a friend or family member who you know would benefit from the content. Feel free to share it on social media and get in touch with me on Instagram. I'm at Lauren Vakneen, and let me know how you feel about this episode. I'd love to hear more about how these episodes resonate with you. So yeah, come hang out with me on Instagram. Okay, thank you for being here. As usual, I appreciate you.
Am I cutting the last line?